was starting to fill up with the water. Here is one of those tarmac sections, now heavy on the brakes, and they're going back onto the end. So they've just done the 6Ks there. And Matt's just a little bit over-enthusiastic, trying to push, trying to get in front of Tanak.
It's taken him a few little goes to get back, pointing in the right direction there, Julian. That's what, 10 seconds maybe he's lost there?
Well, that's it.
We lost a lot of time. We had a spin. I don't know, maybe 10 kilometers before the end, so I lost maybe 10 seconds, a little bit more. So we tried to take it back towards the end, but I don't know if we managed.
Matt's had a phone call coming in.
He did. Well, this is the man he was battling with going into this stage, Julian Tanak. Really good in Sardinia, building on it this morning.
You can see the water sticking in the reserve. Yeah, these two youngsters, only under 2 seconds apart. And look at that spin for Osberg. Was Tanak going to be able to take advantage of this and try and hold it?
Just look how difficult these conditions are. The standing water, narrow sections, mud everywhere, Joe.
That's it. Tanak wasn't going to be able to take advantage of it. Big water splash. That was that full on the wreck. He even added to it now with the rain. Jari Matti pushing. You can see, as we're saying.
Well, strangely, Jari Matti in this stage, Joe's elected not to go with splits, and he lost a bucket load of time.
Yeah, it was a bit bizarre. We don't really know. This is them coming onto the tarmac. We saw Mad spinning coming off the tarmac, but this is them on. They're at 6Ks now. What Jari was saying is they're doing so much running, the tyres are going down, and we're getting that situation.
Sebastian Loeb, Julian, unusual to see him so uncomfortable in the morning's rallying, particularly on the first day of a rally. It's not been his morning out there. He's not really made any mistakes. He's just not got into the rhythm.
Well, he hasn't, and it's rare, but as we keep saying about Sebastian Loeb, when he's not 100% happy, he basically just kind of like, let me just get through here, and I will sort this out another stage or another day. And he's got plenty of that to come. He's got plenty of that to come on tarmac.
Well, absolutely, tarmac is where Sebastian Loeb will go well. But Julian, what's going on here?
Really muddy. We brake before this slow corner. Just brake and the engine stop and the wheels lock. We start to ski in the mud, and we went out a little bit.
That was Danny Sordo out. We've had 3 different leaders then in the first 3 stages. Osberg is now the man in that top spot. He's 2.7 seconds ahead of Tanak, with Herven in 3rd and Loeb in 4th. Well, on we go then to the afternoon stages, a rerun of this morning's stages. Julian, a bit of time between the 2 runnings. We had a little bit of drier weather. Started to rain again, though, just as stage 4 went live.
Yeah, well, it did, and it was just incredible. As you say, when they were all away from the stages, it wasn't sunny, but it was definitely improving in the conditions. Hans Weiss here.
Doing a good job, but this is a moment.
This is a big moment. Got a tree for Christmas.
He did, but you know what? He got away with that. There really wasn't too much damage.
There was hardly any damage. I mean, it's incredible. But Hans getting on with it and really enjoying himself. Here it is from the outside. Wow. He was lucky that didn't roll over. This man was so unlucky, having won a stage 4. Evgeny Novikov, Ilkka Minor off the road in stage 5. Chris Atkinson, transmission issue. And I think it had something to do with that wheel missing. The front left wheel, not missing, but off. So Chris Atkinson out in 5 and Evgeny Novikov out in 5. And that's the water splash in stage number 4. Stage 5, sorry, with Jari Matti.
Jari Matti's got quite a bit of work to do. He lost all that time, obviously, in stage 3. He really does have to pick it up this afternoon, Julian. And that's exactly what he does, making up places, passing the stricken. That looked
Daniel Oliveira, yes. There's cars just getting all over the place. That moment that Sordo had when he went off, behind him was...
Joe, sorry, this looks like... It reminds me of Turkey a few years ago. There's so much mud there.
Well, it's just really, really claggy. It was Hayden Padden who was behind him just today. But yeah, it's like very clay-based. And that just kind of... It also, Colin, it builds up the mud in the blocks, which again loses them a grip as well. So it's just so difficult. Downhill and Danny Sordo explained it very well. Skiing.
Yeah, at times it's exactly like that.
Jari, the gravel's over and done with in Spain. It's on to tarmac from tomorrow. It's been a tough day today, though, on the gravel. Very difficult day. One of the most difficult days of the year. The conditions been changing a
really a lot and difficult to get the feeling, because you need to be able to change your driving style and also the grip level to be able to adapt the grip level changes so much. But here we are, and we have had a lot of moments. But the main thing is we can continue for the tarmac.
Yeah, on that tarmac, obviously you've got to get past Mads Osberg to get into third place. You're going to have two great days on tarmac now.
Yeah, absolutely. That's going to be challenging, but no. Otherwise, I'm quite good feeling to start the fight.
Well, there we go. That was Jari-Matti Latvala. He did pick things up in the afternoon, finishing the day in third place. Sebastian Loeb, though, well, you know what? Never ever write him off. It did look as if he was in a little bit of trouble at one point. 35 seconds off the lead, Julian. But stage 4, was it stage 5? It was stage 5, wasn't it, where he pulled back 10 seconds to reduce that lead, reduce that deficit to 25 seconds. Loeb not feeling comfortable all day, but as you mentioned earlier, Julian knows that his surface is the tarmac tomorrow.
Well, that's it. He'll let people win little battles, but he wants the overall war as such, you know what I mean? And he just plays the game. Again, obviously you can see this surface. Loeb has been just watching him. He was wide there. He hasn't been 100%, and he's just been taking it steady and he just blasts his way through. This is the end of 5 when he had that storming time there. 10 seconds off Osberg. That really game something. Then in here he's a little bit mad because look at the rain starting to come down. Running towards the end of the field, he got caught out a bit.
Big gaps between the drivers as well. Quite different conditions from Osberg.
That's it, yeah. I mean, it's the way it goes. But this is the street stage right on the front at Slough. Just starting to get dark. That wouldn't have been an issue for Sebastian. But look. That's it, and here he goes across the line to finish the day.
Sebastian, your time just gone up on the board compared to you and Mads. I think that's a couple of seconds there you've lost, but was it a bit wetter in here?
Yeah, we got the rain in the stage, so I don't know why we started 4 minutes behind Mikko. So it started to rain after he started, and so it was really, really tricky. Nothing to do.
Just like the rest of the day, the whole day's been tricky. It's over and done with now. What can you do in the next 2 days with Osberg on the tarmac?
I don't know. I don't know what will be his speed on tarmac. For sure, we are second at the moment, so we'll have to push for sure.
And he is the man who, for sure, can push on tarmac. But without question, the drive of the day, Mads Osberg. What a day he's had. Starting off, Jules, in those difficult conditions, 6th on the road with the hard compound tyres. Got a little bit rattled at the end of stage 1 because of that wrong tyre choice, but just went about his business and built a really good lead.
He did. We were talking about it over dinner, and I think, like, how was he so quick on the harder tyres when he shouldn't have been? And we can only assume, you can see how boggy and muddy it is now. He had a better road position, and did that kind of take away the disadvantage of the hard tyres, whereas the drivers on soft tyres were running further back in muddier conditions. You can only suspect that was what kind of evened it out. This guy has been great.
Well, that and the fact that he has been great. He really has stepped up his performance in the last 2 or 3 rallies, and he's a proper contender now, Julian.
Well, he's a contender. I mean, he's just been... A few years ago, this guy would have been off the road today.
Well, he'd been off the road after stage 1 because he was so frustrated, and in the olden days he'd have got angry. He didn't. He just went about his job in a very professional manner. Really very few problems. We saw a little half spin from him early on, but very few problems for Osberg out there today.
You see the standing water and the speed, and here he goes around. Look how much dry it is. Obviously he went before Loeb in this stage, and look, a little bit lighter, yes, but a lot more drier.
Heading towards the stoplight, heading towards you, Julian, for the final time today.
It's so easy. Those concrete bollards, you've got to be neat and tidy. You can't make a mistake in a stage like this. And Mads, he's got a tough 2 days to go, I tell you, but fair play. He'll go to bed tonight very, very happy man.
Mads, in your career to come, which we haven't seen yet. There'll be many great days, but I would say this is probably your greatest day so far.
Yeah, I think it's been a really good day. It's been extremely difficult, but we seem to cope with the extremely difficult conditions quite well, and yeah, I think it's very good. It's another rally starting tomorrow, so we wanted to try to take some time off Jari-Matti today, and we have been able to do that. So I'm very happy with the day, and I'm looking forward to do some racing tomorrow.
Well, an incredible day one here in Catalonia. Mads Østberg leads with Seb Loeb 27.2 seconds behind in second. Jari-Matti is a further 19.8 seconds behind in third. Hervinen is fourth, Danek fifth, and Craig Breen a remarkable sixth in his Fiesta S2000. So Mads Østberg is the driver who just a few rallies ago told us he was desperate to compete against the big boys. Well, today the young Norwegian grew up and did just that. A mudfest here in Catalonia today. Join us tomorrow as we move on to the tarmac stages of the Rally de España.